This is Unit 6 for Algebra 1. This is really Chapter 10 in the textbook. This is the unit on factoring. The homework was on page 637. The homework was numbers 14 through 16 and 20 through 43. I've selected 12 problems that I'll go through here. There's 3 different videos. This first video will be numbers 14, 20, 23, and 24. So number 14, it said to go through and solve for the variable. So when you do this, you set both of these terms equal to 0. So 6x minus 5 equals 0. X plus 2 equal to 0. And then you're going to solve. So you're going to add 5 to both sides. So when I do so, I get 6x is equal to 5. Divide by your 6. So you're ending up with x is equal to 5 over 6. That's the first answer for number 14. Second answer, you'll subtract your 2 from both sides, and you get x is equal to negative 2. It's a little bit shorter. That's the end for number 14. Number 20, you first have to factor this. So when I factor this, there's a trinomial. There's 1, 2, 3 terms. I need to factor this into 2 sets of parentheses. So when I do so, I'm looking for numbers that multiply to be 30 and add together to be 13. So that's going to be 2 times 15. Well, actually, 2 times 15 you can try, but actually they won't work. So I want to show this. If you do 2 and 15, it does give you 30. But to get 13, you would have to do 15 minus 2. But that would not give us a positive 30. So that's not going to work. So this one's a little bit trickier. All right, so for this one, you're going to have to find something else besides for the 2 and the 15. And that's going to be 3 and 10. So you have 3 and a 10. I can get a positive 30 by multiplying them together. And I can get a positive 13 by having them both as positive. So this is going to be x plus 3, x plus 10 there. Set them both equal to 0, x plus 3 equal to 0, and x plus 10 equal to 0. And then just like what we did in number 14, subtract your 3 here, and get x is equal to negative 3. It's the first answer. Subtract your 10, and you get x is equal to negative 10. That's my second answer. For 23 and 24, they're very similar. We're going to factor this. I chose these because they have a number out in front of the x squared. What I do is I take this 2 and multiply it to the 108. That gives me x squared plus 15x minus 216 equals 0. The reason why I do that is because that makes it a 1 in front of the x squared. And now I can go through and factor this as I've done all the other ones. So when I do that, this becomes now the 9 times 24 is 216. So it might take you a while to figure this out. But it's a 9 and a 24, which are going to give you that 216. It's a negative here, so since it's a negative, you need to have one positive, one negative. The bigger number always gets the middle sign. So that's a plus. This is a minus. This is set equal to 0. Now remember, we multiplied by 2 in the beginning. We need to undo that, so I'm going to divide now by 2. This 2 does not go into 9, so I rewrite it 2x minus 9. 2 does go into 24, so it's x plus 12. Again, set these both equal to 0, just like we did in those previous 2. You get 2x is equal to 9 when you add your 9. You divide by 2, and you get x is equal to 9 over 2. Next one, x plus 12 is set equal to 0. Subtract your 12, and you get x is equal to negative 12. 24 is very similar, but the first thing we need to do is bring that 28 over. Remember, these have to be set equal to 0. So 9x squared minus 9x minus 28 equals 0. I again will multiply the first term to the last term. It's always the first one to the last one. You do not change the middle term. So this is 9 times 28, which comes out to be 252. So I'm looking for numbers that multiply to be the negative 252 and add together to be negative 9. Again, it might take you a little bit to figure out what those are. All right, so when you do so, you're going to find out that they come out to be a 12 and a 21. Bigger number always, again, gets the middle sign. So this is going to be a minus. This is a plus. Divide out by your 9. Now, what's more difficult about this one is the 9 does not go into the 12 or the 21, but it does reduce. So I have to first rewrite this as x plus 4 over 3 and x minus 7 over 3. So when I rewrite these now, it's going to be 3x plus 4 and 3x minus 7. Set them both equal to 0. And when you do so, you're going to have 3x equals negative 4, and then x is equal to negative 4 over 3. So that's my first answer. Next one, 3x is equal to 7. Divide, x is equal to 7 over 3. For my second answer there.